Hello guys and welcome back. Thank you for continuing to support my channel. Just wanted to give you a bit of an update on this video on a few cars, as well as show you one of my recent purchases. Do apologise for any background noise, road noise, the weather's not too great. But here is the little Mini. It's had a quick watch over. I'm trying to time it right between the brakes in the weather. It's had a little clean. It's come up really nice. I just need to do the carpets. The interior will do with a quick wipe over the plastics, and then we are there. What a tidy little car this is. It's going to be a fantastic car for someone. It's not going to make me any money, which obviously isn't important, but it's going to make a really nice car. The plastics barely need to be touched. The seats, my dog's actually been sat on there, so that's my bad. That it will be getting a full clean. But it's come up really nice. I haven't even had to polish it or anything. I mean, this was a grade 2 car, so you can imagine it's pretty out of the box. There's a few bits left in there, an old clutch and flywheel. I'll be disposing of that. And there's a few of the spare parts that I bought. The gear change is fantastic now. It was a little bit sloppy before. Now it's absolutely perfect. They'll be surplus to requirements. They don't need to be used. So I have been told it's had a very recent clutch and flywheel too, so I didn't bother getting that replaced. I know normally I would, but when your mechanic purposely phones you to say, look, it's pointless mate, I trust him. And it's driving absolutely great so far. Let's have a little look inside again. We'll go for a little drive shortly, see what we think. I say this is the only thing that lets it down. The seats need a bit of a scrub, but all the plastics are in excellent condition. Let's take it for a drive, see what we can find. Alright guys, here we are on the road in the little Mini Cooper. A car I actually really like. Growing up I was always influenced by my dad. He hated them. He never drove one, he just hated them. But I don't know, I think they're great to drive. The handling is, it beats anything in that section. It's like a little sports car. I class them on a different level as to like your Corsas, your Fiestas and so on. Not everyone's a fan of the inside. Me personally, it's a bit different. I don't hate it, I don't love it, but I like the retro feel. The BMW give this car when it first came out in, I think it was 2001. I think they've aged very well as well. Certain cars, I mean this came out in 2001. Can you imagine the course of it? This next to a Corsa C. A Corsa C. And even the new ones have barely changed the styling, so it just shows you how well that it has aged. Onto this particular car, we've already had a look around the bodywork. We can see it's very tidy. Got little marks on the wheels, but I don't think we'll be too worried on a 2005 car. But it's driving really. Oh, there's another one over there. Looks like an earlier one. That's a 2005. There we go, same as this. But it just shows you how the Cooper S wheels lift this car, transform it, and I think it really suits the black as well. But anyway, onto this particular car. Nice gear change. My mechanic, he's had a little play about with the selector, because obviously it's had a new gearbox in the end. And anyone that's drove an older Mini like this knows they're all a bit sloppy, the gear change. They had the better engine than the updated ones with the Peugeot engine, but the gearbox, especially on the 5-speed, was a bit temperamental. The bearings, which obviously were the issue on this one. But it's driving really nicely. There's no knocks or bangs at all. What's it doing on fuel? Just out of curiosity. It's not doing too great actually. 25 on this journey, but I think overall it was doing about 35, 36, something like that, which isn't too bad for a car that's probably just been around the doors. A little 1.6, but I think the key thing is it's just got that little bit of a kick. I think it's fair to say it is a warm hatchback. I've had back when I was younger, I had a Toyota Yaris T-Sport. What a car that was. I got it all done. Don't know if it went on track and so on, but this particular, I mean this car has more power, and I used to think that was a rocket ship when I was 18, 19 year old. But yeah, really impressed with this. It's going to be a fantastic car for someone. Don't want to drive it too far because obviously we're just running the fuel out, and I don't really want to have to top it up again, to be fair. If I was a main dealership, yes, I'd put a full tank in for £20 of fuel in every car, but I'm not. I just like it to be enough fuel for the customer to be comfortable. This has about 42 miles range currently. You could get to the next town on that, or quite comfortably find a petrol station. But yeah, really impressed. We'll get onto the open road. I'll put my foot down a bit and probably drive back home, and on to the next one, because what I'm trying to do today is there's a couple of little breaks in the weather for an hour or two at a time. Obviously it's getting dark earlier now, it's coming up to winter, so what I'm having to do is get the cars cleaned while it's raining. The Mini, because it's the cleanest, is going to be getting a quick hoover up inside, clean the seats and so on while it stops raining for an hour around lunchtime. Get that advertised, and then the next car, the Mondeo, which is now ready, we're going out in that one shortly. We'll take that for a little spin. That one will be getting cleaned right now, as soon as I'm back. Going to be driving to the parts place, my local parts supplier, Leader Auto Parts. Shout out to them, by the way, absolutely fantastic. Really competitive, and you're not having to deal with the incompetence of Euro car parts, who are, let's face it, absolutely horrendous. But yeah, picks up quite nicely. So I like about the Minis, they kind of encourage you to drive fast. Well, it's not great really, is it? But there we go. I think I'm going to end this video now, guys. I'm going to do another video, same as the last one, with a couple of little parts to it, show you around another of my purchases. We'll have a little walk around of the Mondeo before it gets cleaned, have a little drive of that. And I don't think we'll have time to squeeze any more content in on this one. I don't want to bore you guys to death, but as always, any feedback welcome in the comments. Is there anything that I do that you like or dislike? Let me know, and I'll try and focus more on that in future videos. Alright, catch up with you shortly, guys. We're going to be out in the Mondeo next. Hi guys, we're back in the Mondeo. Just been to Leader Auto Parts to get my a couple of parts for the 1 Series and a couple of bulbs for the Mondeo, which were advised on the MOT. Alright, driving along. I don't think you went out in this car last time, but I'll drive it over a few bumps. You can see what your thoughts are. Bearing in mind it's done 177,000 miles. There's no knocks or bangs there, is there? No knocks or bangs at all. Car drives very well. It passed its MOT with a couple of advisories, one of which was the indicator bulbs have been discoloured, so I've ordered a few of them. They mentioned about an exhaust mounting, so I asked my mechanic and he just went, what mounting? So I'm guessing it can't have been that serious. There's no rattles, nothing like that. And finally a couple of tyres. The budget we're working on in this car, I could put some tyres on, but it's not going to make me any more money. If people want to try and haggle me down on that, that's fine, but it's going to be a very cheap car, and advisory for tyres slightly wearing on the inner edge isn't something that I'm too worried about on this particular car. It is going to be a very cheap 11 plate Mondeo, and obviously that's all going to be online for the new keeper to have a look at, and I will advise them, look, you may be having to put some new tyres on soon. Anyway, so the Mondeo, it needed a engine mount in the end. That was a vibration, really nasty vibration that. So I got one of them ordered. I think it was £82 plus about £40 labour to fit it. Really wasn't too difficult. And it really has transformed the car. Less vibration, it seems a lot smoother to drive. Not that it was bad to start with. So now it's all mechanically done, apart from the bulbs, which I'll be fitting shortly amidst the poor weather. It's just going to get valeted now, and then it'll be going up for sale later on today, hopefully, all being well. Again, we will have to watch the weather, because there's only a couple of little breaks I know this car does need a good go over inside, so it might not be till tomorrow this one goes up, but for Mini it will be up to date no matter what. I have already told myself that. But as you can see, 2 litre petrol, it's not really too bad. I mean, you put your foot down it just about responds. Still been doing just under 40 miles per gallon. I still just wish it had that extra gear, and I think it would be a very, very different car. But it's a Mondeo, they drive well, they look alright. Hopefully it's going to sell fairly well. Just pulling up to where I get my cars clean now. What I do is I take them to the hand car wash. They give it a good go over, to be fair, for the £7 or £8 that you pay, and then I finish it off myself. If I think it needs a bit of polish or a good scrub inside, I'll do that myself. Catch up with you shortly. Take care. Hi guys, Mondeo's just had a quick valet. If I get a chance, I might actually give it a quick polish later just to see how well it comes up. The bodywork's all pretty straight, as we seen last time. Looks like that bumper's been painted at some point actually. There we are. Nice looking car. I think the boot needs a good clean from what I remember. Yeah, there we go. And a good clean inside. It's obviously had children in the car. Potentially dog. Well, I think there was a dog in it actually when they came to pick the new one up. And then in the front, again you can see some of the seats are stained. I'd like to give them a good clean, have it as nice as possible for the new owner. Alright, but I'll be on with that as soon as the rain eases off. Fully sorted, the car doesn't owe us too much. There we are, one of Darlington's own as well. Brilliant. I'm going to hop back in now, get home, have some lunch, and then hopefully it's settled down the weather a little bit by the time I get in. Catch up with you shortly. I've got another new purchase to show you. There we have, the Mini's all ready. It's up for sale. Getting an advert written out shortly. I've got all the pictures done. As you can see, it's absolutely gleaming. Haven't had to polish it or anything. Bit of shine on the plastic trims and so on. Really has helped to transform this car. Tyre shine, a personal favourite of mine. I think it really helps them stand out. And then inside, not only has it come up really nicely, including the seats, I've noticed something about this car that's made me fall in love with it even more. What a brilliant car it's going to be for someone. So as you can see, it's come up really well, but there is something I want to show you quickly. There we are, so it's 105,000 miles on the clock. I won't have time to go through all of it, especially because I don't want to be showing you names, but that is what you call a pile of service history and receipts. It's got the book. I always keep them in my house for safety so they don't get lost, but that there, that's a well looked after car. For the last 4 years the previous owners had it, and every single service, everything it's ever needed, he has had done. I can promise you that. It just looks good for the next owner. When you come to see the car, people will have a little look through the service history. Oh, it hasn't had one for a few years. There's no arguing with this car. It's absolutely fantastic. The price will be what it will be, and what it will be is too cheap for what it is. I'm going to be putting this car up at £1,500. The dog just showing a bit of interest there. It's going up at £1,500, and the price is not to be adjusted. I think it's a very fair price. Really, it should probably be 16, 17, 1800, but no. I want this car gone fairly quickly. Same with the others I'm going to be putting up shortly. If you are interested, leave a comment. The car may be sold by the time this video goes live, but what a little car this is going to be. Really, really happy with this one. I don't think it'll last long, to be honest. If it does, I'll be shocked, but what a great little car. For the seats, it's had everything from your track ends. It had an accelerator pedal. Is there a common fault with these? Meaning, like, fair enough, a shot for auto body or something, but an actual pedal? What goes wrong with them, guys? Maybe you can let me know in the comments. But yeah, coil springs, track rod ends, all in recent years, rear discs and pads, sensors. There you go, Sony stereo. But yeah, what a great car it's going to be. Hopefully we can have the same transformation of the Mondeo today, weather permitting. Look forward to catching up with you shortly, guys. I'll see you on the next part of this video. There we go, guys. Mondeo is like a different car. I haven't given it a polish, didn't really have time for that. I wanted to get it pictured and so on before it went dark. A friend may actually be taking this car. He's after a cheap family size car with 5 doors, currently in a Fiesta, so we'll need something a little bit bigger. And I think this would be ideal for him. It's come clear, obviously a bit of paint has been done at some point on the back bumper, but is that something you're really bothered about at this age and mileage? Probably not. The main thing is the car's not being written off. It's tidy enough, it's presentable, it's nice and clean inside, and I may not even have to advertise it. There we go. I've got one more car to show you today. Look how well that's come up. That's Autoglym that. I've got one car to show you today. It is a recent purchase of mine. That'll be the last part of this little video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll catch up with you shortly with my new purchase. Thanks now. Here we are, guys, my latest purchase. A car close to many hearts, including my own. The E46 BMW. As you can see here. It's a facelift. You can tell that because of the colour. And the fact, it's got the LED rear lights. Not if anyone ever uses the indicators, of course. Let's have a little look. So apart from the typical E46 rusty rear wings, it appears to be a very tidy car. See what's under here. Could even be a spare wheel. Interesting. Someone's old tea towel. Lovely. Just needs all putting back together in there by the look of it. Haven't looked in here yet. Not quite full. There's a lock and winlock key. Keep that nice and safe. Bragging rights, mine is full in my E46. I love that colour. Love that colour. As you can see by the wheels, it's just a basic model, 16-inch alloy wheels. I think it's an SE or something. Wings are a bit rusty, but the rest of the car, as you can see from the bodywork, is, I think it's fair to say, immaculate. And it's an E46 BMW. Inside, the interior is unmarked. It's obviously not leather or anything, only being the SE. But very, very tidy. Dare I say, it actually smells like new. It smells like it's hardly being used, which is interesting. Unlike my E46, this is all in good condition, well looked after. All nice and tidy, unused ashtray. Possibly been smoked in once or twice. You wouldn't be able to tell though. The car is immaculate. Eagle-eyed viewers, let's have a little look. I'm not going to start it up, but as you can see, it appears not to be due a service. In fact, let's start it up briefly to prove it starts. There we go, and as you can see, there's no warning lights apart from the fuel. Right, I think there's a bulb out actually. Handbrake's a bit crap. But the car's only covered 77,000 miles from new. 77 on an 03 plate. That is really, really low. I've got the bonnet popped, I want to show you something else briefly. I'm half tempted to start swapping a few bits off the interior into mine, to tell you the truth, but anyway. You can see I've got this front panel off. You can probably notice that in the boot. That is because there's a leak on the front here. I'm not exactly sure where it is yet, where it's coming from. Could be one of the seals there, I don't really know. Power steering fluid, oil, we'll have a little look. But as you can see there, the belt has been damaged due to that, hence why I don't want to run it too much. Crank pulley look like it might be a bit off there as well, but either way, whatever it is, it's going to get sorted at the garage. The car's got about 2 months MOT on it. I might get that sorted actually. Either way, the car needs to be right. Okay, so I need to get that sorted. I haven't really been driving it far. Drove it out of the compound at BC and it seemed to drive very well with no knocks or bangs. Well, obviously the main thing is get that right and then get the car, make sure it's in a good, usable, fit for purpose condition after that. But for now, oh, and I mentioned I only paid £530 for it after the fees. Very nice, I'm quite proud of that one. Massive E46 man myself. There we go. Right guys, this is the end of this video. We have quite a few small little clips pushed together on this one. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed filming it myself. I'm going to try and keep up the regular content. Like I say though, I do work full time. This is just a hobby for me, so it is quite difficult at times. Alright. If you have enjoyed it though, please like and subscribe, so you can see any future videos I do. Thanks again. Any feedback welcome in the comments. Look forward to catching up shortly. We'll probably do another proper review of the car, bit of a test drive. We'll see what I end up with next. They're all up for sale now. I've got the one day up for sale that potentially is already sold to a friend. He's coming tomorrow morning. Mini's gathering a bit of interest as I thought it would be. It's over there actually. There we go. But yeah, thanks again guys. Look forward to hearing from you in the comments. We'll catch up on my next video. Like I say, hopefully a bit of a review next time. I don't really like doing loads of little things. This content could be dragged out a bit. I could have done one video on one car, made it a bit longer, but instead we've included about 3 or 4 cars. Alright, either way, I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care now. Bye bye.